All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day that I show you guys the difference between the Dewalt and the Dovoh laser. Now, I've already done a video on the Dovoh, never done a video on the Dewalt because I didn't know, well, you'll find out through the video, but I was genuinely shocked to see the difference between the two. I'm gonna show you guys. I think you guys are gonna make your own mind up here in a second. And it's really crazy. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys real quick just a brief overview of what you get in the Dovoh case and what you get in the Dewalt case. Now I've had the Dewalt for over a year and it has done excellent. I cannot complain at all. I was very cautious of the brand that I got because I wasn't sure if I should get a cheaper one or a no-name one, as some people would say. But you know, after using the Dovoh, you guys are going to see the difference and you guys can make your own mind up like I mentioned. I'm going to give you like just a real quick overview, show you the difference between the two, talk a little bit about it, and then I'm going to show you in real life what it looks like when you turn the laser on. I think, like I said, you'll see. So without further ado, let's jump right here into this laser, no talking, get this laser comparison underway. All right. As usual, we're going to start out with the Dovoh. I say as usual, but this is what we're going to start out with. We're going to start with the Dovoh laser. Now, you hear it's a hard case. Now, if you were to judge from the cases, I will say that the hardness, I guess, of the case, the Dewalt definitely takes it. Now, as you can see, there's a huge size difference, and that's because there's more stuff in this than there is in this. But we're gonna go over that real quick. I'm gonna spin it around here and show you. You know, there's nothing wrong with this case. Don't get me wrong. It does take up more of a footprint if you have a tight space to put it in, like your car or your van or whatever you got. So you open it up, of course, you've got the laser. You get two batteries, one's already in it. You have your charger, you have your little tripod, some glasses, which I would never use. And your charger, and then this aiming stick here, so if you wanted to use that. Now, I trust that the laser is always right. I've never had an issue in my life using a laser where I had to try to adjust it, so I just don't even use this. Like I said, you get your laser. We're gonna go ahead and get this out now. Get your laser now. Like I said, I already have a video on this one if you wanna see. Now, like I said, this case is pretty good. You know, it's got the hard foam in it, so it does keep everything safe. Go ahead and close this up. Set this to the side. We're gonna get the Dewalt out now. All right, so obviously the cases are a little different. Like this one is hard, like I mentioned. So let's go ahead and open this up. We will show you what comes in it. You have your laser, a slot for batteries, which, like I said, this one here actually takes AA's versus that one's rechargeable. And you got your little tripod, hard case, and basically just your laser. That's all you have. We're gonna go ahead and set this to the side. Make a little comparison in the size. As you can see, there's a pretty decent size. I mean, if you were to put them in my hands, you can see the difference, right? There's another side comparison you can see. I mean, it's way bigger. So, all right, I do like a couple of different features on this. You know, this has a swivel, and also it has a place where that's magnet, so I can put it on anything metal. If you have metal studs, or if you have a metal plate somewhere on the wall, you can just put it on there and be done with it. This one does not have that. So, you know, other than that, you know, there's not really a whole heck of a lot of difference. Obviously the lasers has a little bit different than this one versus this one, but it all depends on what you're looking for at the time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these up on a little drywall tape. So it's a little higher, but at the same height. And I'm gonna show you the beam on the wall, and I'm gonna show you how different it is. And like I said, we'll talk about that. All right, so to turn this Dewalt on, it's the side here that does it. You can put on your horizontal and your vertical here, and you just push that button, and it comes on. Now this one does not beep like the other one does if it's out of level. So we'll go ahead and turn this one on, you know, just a slide. Like I said, I've already done a video on this so you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you on the wall, and I'm gonna turn the light off in a few seconds and show you what the difference is. So let me show you on the wall here. All right, now what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna turn the lights off. I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the dark, and we'll talk about which one is which here in just a second. I think you can see in the dark now how different it is. Hello, if you can see me. It is pretty intense green light. You can't really go wrong with the green light, at least in my opinion. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the camera down here. Actually, I'm gonna move it over a little bit, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna drop the Dewalt down right now. So I'm gonna take it off that tape, and I want you to see the difference. Now, I don't know how good this camera is showing up, but there is a huge difference. I'm gonna spin across the room here and I'm gonna show you, all right? Because I want you to see what I'm talking about as far as the beam goes. So let me show you real quick what that looks like. All right, so if you look around the room here, right? You can see now the Dewalt beam is on the bottom. So keep that in mind. Now, as we get a little closer, I'm gonna go ahead and walk over here. You see how the Dewalt on the bottom is getting less and less. And it's not because I'm in the beam, because I'm moving. And then by the time it gets over to here, it's non-existent. Where the other one, the Dovoh, right? It keeps on going and going and going. That's pretty awesome. Now, let's get a little closer here. And I want to show you if you can really see the difference in the beam. I don't know how good the camera's showing, like I mentioned, but if you were to really look, you can see that the Dovoh is really bigger. It's a bigger line, and it's pretty bright compared to the Dewalt. So it's pretty amazing. Now, especially with the light on, you can definitely see that the Dovoh is on the top still. Here, I'll shake the Dovoh. You can see, all right, that's the Dovoh. Between the two, even in the light, you can definitely see the difference. And like I said, if you spin around here, right? I mean, the Dewalt is pretty well non-existent right here as compared to the Dovoh. So I guess you kind of just need to make your mind up on which one you think is the best. I will say there is a price difference obviously between the two. Links for both of these will be down in my description, guys. I'm telling you, between the two, there's a huge difference. I think right here on the wall, you can make your own mind up. You know, you get a little bit more stuff. If you really need that stuff, well, it's a good option to get. Now, like I said before in the other video, I don't use a lot of the stuff that's on that particular laser level. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the vertical lines now up on the ceiling so you guys can see. Now you see the horizontal lines, so we're going to do the vertical. Turn the lights off and I'm going to show you up there real quick. I'm going to do the Dewalt first. All right, there's the Dewalt. Can we see it? Yeah, we can see it. All right. No lie, guys. I mean, it is literally almost night and day. Now, the beam behind me is better than the beam in front as far as for the Dewalt. So I'm going to spin the camera around and show you guys what I'm talking about here, because I want you to really get the full view of exactly what I'm seeing and saying here. All right, so I'm going to shake the Dovoh real quick so you guys can see the difference. All right, now I can tell you that it is brighter than the Dewalt, hands down. Look at this. I mean, when you come down the wall here, I mean, I don't know how good the camera's really going to show it, but like I say before, you know, you can feel free to buy this on Amazon. If you don't like it, send it back. Buy both of them. Make your mind up. But I think I'm speaking truthfully when I tell you that this Dovoh is really great. All right, and once again, in the light, I'll shake the Dovoh. All right, you can see the difference, the brightness. Let me put it on the cabinet, the Dewalt, so you can see the difference. All right, that's the Dewalt on the cabinet in the bright light. So, I mean, there's a huge difference, guys, as you can plain and simply see, I think. You know, you can never go wrong with Dewalt stuff, in my opinion, but there are cases like this, for instance, where that laser level, the Dovoh, is pretty decent. And that one that I'm using is the H3 360G. And I mean, other than it being more bulky and a bigger case, I think you can see the things that I've shown you. It's a pretty huge difference. So I'll leave links down below to both of these where you can check them out, like I mentioned, you know, and if you buy from Amazon, especially in my store, my links, it will help my channel grow and won't cost you guys a dime more to buy them. I bought the Dewalt at Home Depot with my own money. The Dovoh was sent to me, but I use that Dewalt for many of my projects. These receptacles here, for instance, you know, I've used a lot. The Dewalt has always been great for me to be using. Now, I'm not saying that it's junk because it's clearly not. All right, so anyway, if you want to see the full review on that Dovoh laser, there'll be a card coming up right here to the side of me. You can check that out, and I'll see you in that video. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.